I'll move on to the demo part. So first I'll start with showcasing the demo for DBT, which I've built using Airflow, and the next demo part will be Airflow Open Lineage. So quickly move on to the demo. So for this demo, right, I've created a Docker instance and I've set up the Airflow using this Docker. And here I'm going to first show you how you can integrate your existing DBT project, right? So give me a second. So I have my DBT project here, and I have created my models here. Let's see. So within my models, I have um, multiple different models, right? Like staging, march. So I'll quickly, before I execute this, I'll quickly tell you what I have developed. So starting from the seeds, so this particular project, it will first execute the seed. So this seed will help load the CSV files into the raw zone. And once the CSV file has been loaded to this raw zone, um, from raw zone it will move to the staging zone, and from staging zone we'll be doing some sort of transformation, and then finally the data will be moved to the march zone. So these steps I'm actually performing using the DBT core integration, and I have used Snowflake to perform this. So let me quickly set up this Docker. Yeah, so this is the DAG that I have created. Let me quickly trigger this DAG. So as you can see this DAG, let me open the graph. So we have two steps. The first process is seed, and the second process is run. I'll tell you what these things done. These things does. So seed, it loads the CSV file into the raw zone, and the DBT run. So when we do the DBT run command, it will execute all the models that are present within the models directory. So these models are nothing but SQL files where we can write some SQL, right? Let me quickly open and show you one type of file. So if you see here, it's just a select statement, and in the staging, I am selecting this from the raw zone. So from the raw zone, I'm loading the data to the staging zone. Similarly, if I open the stage order SQL, here I'll be doing a select from the raw zone, which loads the data to the staging zone. Similarly, if I open one from the march, right, which is the final layer, here we'll be selecting the data from the staging zone. So in short, like the data moves from staging to the march zone. So that is how the flow is built. Now moving on to this, I'll quickly trigger. So first the seed step is working. Let's see the logs. So as you can see, the open lineage thing has started, and the seed has loaded 3 files to the raw zone: customers, orders, and products. So the 3 steps have been completed successfully, and it's currently implementing the DBT run step. In this step, if you see, the data is loaded from raw zone to staging, and from staging, the data is loaded to the march zone. So these are the open lineage events that has been generated. Now quickly I'll shift to the Acceldata page. So this is the page, right? Let me start from the home page. So here we have a separate module for pipeline. So once you click on that, it will take you to the pipeline homepage, where you will be able to see the total number of pipelines, total runs, this different status and severity alert type for each of your pipelines. And So currently we executed this project dbt run, so it's still in the running state. So whatever pipeline we run, right, it's almost like near real time. It has some latency, some polling frequency, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So once there will be like 1 or 2 minutes difference, and once we get the complete metadata, we'll be able to track all the pipeline status from here. Let me again refresh this page. Just give me a second. It should complete any time now. Let me actually open it. Maybe I can show you this. Like this will complete anytime, but I'll just show you the previous execution. So this is how the lineage looks like. So starting from the raw zone. So these blue boxes, these are nothing but the asset nodes, and the white boxes are nothing but the job nodes. So the data moves from um, raw zone to the staging zone, and finally it is moved to the mart zone. So this is how the flow looks like, and you can also track the timelines for each of the process, how much time it has taken, which gives you the complete view and on a granular level. Also, this dbt by default generates some events, so you can just select each of those events and you'll be able to see what's happening in each of the I mean, again, this is associated with the span, right? So you can see what's happening with each of the span, and you'll also be able to understand. So this step, this query is used. So you'll also be able to see what query is being used. Thereby, it gives you a complete overview. Similarly, on the left side, if you click on this chip icon, it will show you all the job nodes that are present. And if you click on the second one, which is the asset node, it will show you all the assets that have been onboarded, and if there are any failures or alerts, right, then that will be visible here. Um, and so as you can see, there is a settings icon below. So this will take us to the settings page where we'll be able to configure the baseline comparison. So when if we want pipeline run to compare with the last 10 runs or last 20 runs, we can change this settings. And moving on to the next step, which is like configuring monitoring policies on on our pipeline. So we can configure monitoring policies on top of our entire pipeline or on top of any individual job nodes or span nodes or event, and we can add some metrics. So let's say if the pipeline duration is greater than 5 minutes, then give me an alert. Or if a particular job is running for more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or even you can compare it with previous executions again, then you can just get an alert generated. Similarly, you can do that on top of jobs, spans, or events, which will again help you to track the SLAs of your pipeline, right? And the final interesting part is the automated data reliability, which lets you add certain type of automation. So upon the completion of the pipeline or job or span, you can trigger profiling or data quality policy or reconciliation policy. So you'll have to onboard the respective source to Acceldata first. Once you have done that, you can just simply search the respective asset here and select those assets or policy name. And once you click on save, you will be able to see the policy or profiling getting executed upon successful completion of pipeline or job or span. So these are the features that are available. So as you can see, this final run has been completed. So also, I'd like to show you one example for a failure, how this can help the data engineering team, right? So as you can see, I purposely I made a I made a failure here on this part. So there is an error here. So I'm just clicking on this error. Oh, sorry, just give me a second. Yeah. So there is an error in this particular step. Dim underscore customers. So if we click on this, then it will show you. It will take you to the events, where you can actually see what has gone wrong. So here it shows us the query. It says customer IID. So the customer IID is not even a column. So I think it's a wrong column name. So that's the reason this query has failed. So imagine when facing some similar type of issue, then we'll have to analyze or go through our entire pipeline stack, which will take lots of time and effort, right? By using this DBT open lineage, we'll be able to easily come back, click on the failure, and just understand what has gone wrong. That way, it will uh, save our time and effort. So moving on to the next part, which is the Airflow open lineage, right? So again, similar to DBT open lineage, this Airflow open lineage will help the team understand how their data is moving, right? So traditionally, when we use the Airflow listener plugin, um, the team will the team will only get the DAGs that are present in their Airflow. So when I say DAGs, only they will be able to see this 4 steps. But if we use the Airflow open lineage, then automatically um, our system will try to map it with the assets, so it will give you the lineage similar to this. So here it, the data is moving from Hive to Kafka and HDFS and finally GCS. So this lineage is automatically built by the Airflow open lineage mechanism, and the other parts, right, like the um, the jobs, spans, events, so these things are going to be the same, which I showcased in the TBT.